Loki by Alakazam Magic and Dadswell is an impossible effect where the spectator chooses the only key that unlocks the padlock. And there's a big kicker ending. The audience will be trying to think of ideas for a method, but every single idea they have will be a dead end. Is this right for you? Stick around because today we're going to find out. If somebody has a ring, you can take that ring and put it onto the padlock and lock it in place. So there's their ring, an imaginary ring because I don't have an actual ring here, and it's locked onto the padlock. And I have a few keys here. I guarantee you, you will end up with the key that unlocks the lock. I promise you. So we'll take the keys, put away the key fob, and I would give the keys to the spectator. So I'm playing the role of the spectator and the magician at the same time. They would take it behind their back and shuffle them, mix them up, and they would put two keys in their left hand, one key in the right hand. So I'm doing that right now, and they have an opportunity to change their mind if they want to. I'm going to switch it one more time then. Right there, just switched it. And now I would have them bring out the key in their right hand. This one, okay. And then I'm going to bring out the other two keys, leave them on the table for now, but they would keep them behind their back. And you would take this one and show that that unlocked the padlock. You would take their ring off, give it back, and say, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, well, all of the keys could have unlocked the padlock. That's not the case because the other keys were never even cut from the first place. They weren't even cut keys, and they can try sticking it in the padlock. These don't work. The only key that unlocks it is the key they chose, and that is Loki by Dadswell. Now, should you spend your hard-earned money on this trick? We're going to talk about it today. What do you get when you spend your money on Loki? When you buy Loki from Alakazam United States or Alakazam United Kingdom, because Alakazam has both a UK and USA warehouse. The USA one is now ran by Chris James. He's awesome. You'll get this beautiful box. Inside the box, you get a ton of stuff. I can't show you everything, but I'll tell you about it. You'll get your padlock. It's an ordinary padlock. There's no gimmick with it at all. It's just a normal padlock. You'll get two key fobs. One of them has something on it in English. The other one has nothing on it. So if you perform in a different language, you can customize it. The two key fobs are great quality, they're springy, and they're easy to use. Those are not gimmicked either. You also get your two uncut keys and three other keys that unlock the lock. So you have backup if you lose one of them, or if one of them stops working, or if you break it or something. And what a great set. Really great props, high quality, everything you get. And you also get the tutorial. You know, maybe they should even release a smaller version of Loki with a smaller set of keys and a padlock, because this is great, but it's a little bit hard to carry as it is because it's a bit heavy. So maybe they should release a smaller version of this with smaller props, a smaller padlock, everything like that. Now, what is the quality of the gimmick? The keys are great quality, the lock is great quality, and what's amazing with this is that it's so scalable. You can take this from a close-up walk-around effect to a parlor or even stage trick, or any type of performance. You can clip people's belt loops together. You can lock people's jewelry up. You can even put their ring on the lock and threaten to keep it if they don't get the right key. This will last you a very, very long time. And if anything ever breaks, you can always get new keys and locks. However, everything's well made. I anticipate that I believe this will last you quite a long time. And a lot of people have said that this is just a 1 in 3 chance effect, so why is it so good? Well, if you present it correctly, it becomes so much more powerful than a 1 in 3. It leaves a lot of questions in your spectators' minds, which is great. Now, how's the tutorial? The tutorial is great. It was about 45 minutes long. It's Adams, Dadswell, and Peter Nardi. They go through all the stuff you need to know. They'll teach you the routine, the main routine, and some routes you might have to go down. It's a very detailed tutorial. They show you everything you need to know. They leave no stone unturned. It's quite a good tutorial. What I love about this is that the spectators, especially skeptics and hecklers, will try to figure out a method, and they'll come out with these outlandish bunch of methods, and none of those methods will work, even if they try testing them. Only the key that they choose can unlock the padlock, and it works every single time. There are no moving parts or anything like that. The method is so simple yet so powerful. When I got this, I was kicking myself because I was thinking, oh, is it a trick lock that has a holdout or something? I was coming up with all these crazy methods, but none of them worked because the method is so genius. It's so simple. What are the angles like? This can be performed completely surrounded because as long as the spectators don't know what to expect, they won't be looking for anything in particular. Are there any live performances? Yes, there are live performances in the tutorial. Is this examinable? Everything is examinable at the end of the routine. You start and end completely clean. You probably wouldn't hand out the keys at the start, as if you do, they could see that 2 of the keys aren't cut. However, just freely handing the keys out, spectators won't know what to look for, so they won't see that the keys are uncut. But I like to hand everything out at the end, give it to them for a minute or so, and let their brains start to spiral down all these false methods. It's great. Let's talk about the difficulty and practicality of the effects. This is easy to do. There's no sleight of hand used at all. The props do all the work for you. This is very practical for many different environments, from close-up to parlor to stage. And is there any DIY? If you're performing in English, no, there's no DIY required. Everything comes ready to go. If you are performing in a different language, you may want to modify the extra key fob, and they teach you how to do that in the tutorial briefly. Now, what is the reset like? This trick resets instantly. You can reset it in front of your audience. You just have to take the keys back, put them back on the key fob, put everything back in your pocket, and you're ready to go again. What is the pocket space like? You have to carry the lock and the key fob with the 3 keys on them. That's all. The thing with it, though, is that the key fob and locks all together are a little bit heavy, so keep that in mind. How much does Loki cost? Loki costs $55 US. For the props themselves, this may seem a little bit expensive, but it's super convenient because you get everything you need. You get all the props that fit together, everything is well made, and of course you get the routine. What are the pros and cons? The pros are this is easy to do, it has perfect angles, an instant reset, and what I like about the reactions this gets is it gets a different reaction than other tricks. It's more of a delayed yet powerful reaction, because at first they're like, huh? And then the more they examine everything, the more they see the keys are uncut, they come to these realizations, and it's wonderful. You'll see the moment that the audience comes to the realization that, what? These are uncut. They made that only decision. They made that right decision. And you'll see they'll be thinking, but would he have chanced it? There's no way he would have chanced it, would he have? And it's just great to see the spectators unravel in front of you. Also, there's no DIY required. Everything comes ready to go right out of the box. And they include an extra key fob for if you want to do this in another language. There's no moving parts. The method is so simple and it's so good. This is scalable from close-up to parlor to stage. Everything's examinable at the end. The tutorial's great. As for the cons are everything is a little bit big, a little bit heavy. So hopefully they come up with a smaller version. Also, some people may see it as just a 1 in 3 trick. It's not a 1 in 3 trick. trick, but some people may see it as that. Also, it's not repeatable on the same audience. That's not too big of a con. I just wanted to mention it. And what percent am I giving this? This is a great trick. It's probably one of my favorite effects that uses this kind of principle. Gets a 96% from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.